Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about settings for your blog. And clickable here, the settings tab. Yeah, your basic blogs. This is going to show up your tools right here. You have your title. You can type in your description. This basically what you want to do is type in what your main function of your blog is going to be. This blog is set up to demonstrate blogging to readers of the digital native. Add your blog to the blogger listings. That way it'll come up if anybody searches it. You can choose yes or no. Let search engines find your blog, yes or no. Quick editing on your blog. It'll get the quick editing. Let me show you here. What you can do, I must not have it set up on my blog, is what you can do is you'll be on your blog and little tools will show up. Okay, right here. Yeah, see? So I'm on my blog as a reader, and I can just click the little pencil tool here, and I can just go in and edit. If I see something that needs changed, I just click right here. It'll take me right to the post, and I can add anything, and it's a pretty helpful tool. Adult content, if you wanted to choose yes, and a note would come up. That would, before anybody would go to your blog, a disclaimer would pop up. I'm assuming everyone should be writing no and reading this blog. Show email post links. Let your emails easily email the post to friends. You probably want to use the new editor because it's a little bit better, and you want to disable any transliteration unless you want your blog to be converted into other languages. So I guess that could be helpful, although it does not look like Spanish is up. So we're gonna have to. I'm gonna keep that disabled and save these settings. Publishing here. This is if you ever want to change your domain name. So right now I'm happy with digital test blog. Formatting. This is how you format your format your post. This is general basic stuff. It's not general basic stuff. It's stuff that doesn't really matter. It's personal preference things. Make sure you want your time zone here at the same. Save comments. This is something that might be important to everybody. You want to because again you want to add interaction. This is a way that you can control the environment of interacting with your students on the web. You want to make sure that you're comfortable with your settings here. You can show or hide comments. If you hide them, then comments will only show up if you click show. So if you have if you want to hide your comments, you'll still get an email when somebody comments, but it won't show up on the blog. If you want to show, then it'll show up on the blog. You can also we'll get into some approval things, so you can edit and make sure that you can set up with your settings that you could pre-approve comments before they're posted on your blog. Who can comment? You can make it so anybody can comment. Only people who have certain accepted IDs, which means they have accounts either with Google or AOL or Facebook, or only those people can comment, and they have to sign in with the usernames that they choose. The problem with that is some of those usernames come from websites that don't necessarily force people to use their own names or have their own identity. Users with Google accounts only. That way you can have your students set up Google accounts, and then they'd have to submit what their Google account is to you. But then again, the downfall is anybody with a Google account can comment. I think the best way to do it would be only members of this blog. And what you would do is you'd have everybody set up some sort of account, free Google account, and then you'd have to invite them to be members of the blog. And that way they'd have their own usernames, passwords. You know who is associated with what account, and then you can hold anybody accountable for anything inappropriately posted. Or you can allow anybody, and then just in terms of commenting, you would make sure that you as the teacher would control who can and cannot, or you as the blog editor, who can and cannot comment, or what comment is not acceptable. I want the comment form to be embedded below my posts. Again, this is preference. New posts have comments. I want to show. I want to hide backlinks. I don't need that to come up. Here's just basically how people can format their blog, their comments. Comment moderation. This is how you determine how to moderate your blog. If you want to do it always, then that means every blog will need approval. Every comment will need approval to go on your blog. So what you do is you type in your email address here, you click always, and then every single time somebody comments, it goes to your email. Preferably not a user, a school email, because right now the school email might eat up the message to you. So you have to set this up with your personal email. But it's easy to check, and you'll just go and follow the instructions through the email. When someone posts a comment, they'll send you an email. You'll read the email. It'll have the message in there that the person commented and left on your blog, and then you can just go ahead and approve or disapprove of it being posted. And you can allow images and stuff on comments here. Click save. Archiving, if you want things to show up on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. I guess it just depends on how often you're going to blog. If you're going to blog semi-regularly, weekly, I would choose. If not, monthly. Daily would be if you're going to be a super blogger and have more than one a day. You got to make sure you save these settings. Site feed. Again, nothing really to be concerned about. You can post from a mobile device. If you add it here, it'll let you post via text message. Or if you have a smartphone, smartphones like iPhone. I know my Android-based phone has a Blogger app that I can post with. OpenID allows other websites to open your blog if you have a different URL and permissions. This is how you invite other people to be posters on this blog. You'd click add others and you would send them an email. Just here you would just insert their email. Right there, and then you click invite and it would send it to a whole bunch of people, and they can choose whether or not they want to be accepted. And what that means is they'll have all the same privileges on the back end of your blog that you will. So if you want to add other authors, you want them to make sure that you trust that they will be good. They will be only posting content that's acceptable. Here you can also invite blog readers. In terms of, you can make your blog a private blog and only allow some people to read it. So if you just wanted your class to be have access to your blog, you can only. If you wanted it to just be a classroom blog, you wanted your students to be able to privately communicate with you, you can invite them all to be authors on the blog, and you can only invite blog authors to read it. That way it's strictly a classroom blog, or you can have it open and you can have up to 100 readers have permission here. So again, those are the settings, and again, it's basically a give and take here. The important are the comment settings and the permission settings, I think, and that's why I really like Blogger, especially for teachers, is because it's a tool that you can have a lot of control over, and I know that's what, as teachers, you really want in terms of having a social tool with students on the